transformation, no matter how sexy, if there's no owner-occupier demand into that area, the prices will not go up. This is also another question that people like to ask, and since we are in the RCR, an area of quite a fair bit of transformation, right? We first have the Greater Southern Waterfront, right? So the key question that we want to utilize these case studies to ask here is, does transformation matter, right? Will transformation guarantee you profits? Okay? Drink. I'm going to use two transformation case studies, and very, very similar in terms of the timeline, right? The Greater Southern Waterfront, which was first announced in 2013, but really gained the public's attention only in 2019 after PM Lee's National Day rally. Okay? Then the next transformation I want to talk about is the Woodlea Bidadari transformation, also announced in 2013. So the areas that I'm going to look at is really using Spottiswoode, which is more or less in the heart of the Greater Southern Waterfront transformation, and also Woodlea, right? Picking out some of the developments in those areas. I apologize if it looks a little bit small, but I'm just going to tell it to you, right? It at Woodlea, Bartley Residences, Bartley Ridge, comparing them to and Park Colonial lah, and comparing them to Spottiswoode Residences, Spottiswoode 18 and Spottiswoode Suites. Okay? Adopting the traditional perimeters, very, very traditional perimeters, right? I'm pretty sure most of us would have picked the Spottiswoode area to outperform the Woodlea area. First of all, the Spottiswoode area is a lot closer to the CBD as compared to Woodlea, number one. Number two, the transformation just actually, if you really go and analyze the transformation, the Woodlea and Bidadari transformation is nowhere as sexy as the Greater Southern Waterfront transformation. The Woodlea transformation is from a cemetery become a HDB town. The Greater Southern Waterfront transformation is from a port into like this new whole lifestyle by the sea kind of thing, right? Nowhere near as sexy. But if you really look at the numbers, and bring your attention again to the annualized capital gains, right? Spottiswoode Residences, 0.9%. Spottiswoode 18.4%. Spottiswoode Suites, negative 0.9%. And we have our good friends, the former cemetery, at 4%, right? Bartley Residences, not so good, 0.4%. But actually, if you really look at it, in the recent years, the percentage has gotten a lot better, right? Bartley Ridge 1.8% and Park Colonial recently TOP at 4%. So why was Woodlea more profitable than Spottiswoode, right? The whole conclusion that I draw from here is that not all transformations are made the same. My issue with the Greater Southern Waterfront transformation is that there wasn't really a lot of HDBs that, yes, right, you were saying, yeah, most of you will say, yeah, the government is launching them now, right? But first of all, those will be subjected to the new PLH, right, the Prime Location Housing Scheme, meaning they have a 10-year MOP. And then when they sell, they're going to be restricted to all the very strict eligibility criteria as well. So there, I find it's going to have an absence of upgraders. Of course, they may attract upgraders from all other parts of Singapore, but then again, that story is still very, very long from now. And you know, with that, I also bring your attention over to this point on my next thing. The Spottiswoode area is very, very concentrated with investors, and which is why I'm putting this, right? Notice in the 500-meter vicinity, The Spottiswoode area has 541 one-bedrooms and 652 two-bedrooms, with the larger 3 bedrooms and 4 bedrooms making up the minority. But if you look at Woodlea, you notice the majority is in terms of 3 and 4 bedrooms. What does that tell you? Okay, that the area in Woodlea is a lot more owner-occupied. Right? Owner-occupied. While Spottiswoode is very investor. Those of you who follow us know our preference for going into an area with more owner-occupiers as opposed to an area that is very, very investor-centric, because investors have reducing break-even prices, right? They can sell 4 to 5 years from now at lower than their purchase price and still make money because their tenants are paying the mortgage for them. But in the owner-occupied areas, the owners are consuming their own interest. They cannot afford to sell the same price as what they bought at. If not, they'll be making a loss. And hence, they constantly try to push price higher. So in this particular case, the 99 actually beats out the freehold developments, hands down. The transformation, let me choose. I will then analyze the transformations carefully as well, because most of the time actually if you go to any show flat in Singapore, or even if you go to resale developments, anyone can take out the URA master plan and sell you some kind of transformation. You go to Sembawang also, people can sell you transformation. They say they're making up the whole beach and whatnot. But what kind of transformation really can make money, right? It is if they bring dollars to the table. So Bidadari, why? Why they make so much money? While you can say no Bidadari HDBs have really yielded, hit their MOP yet, but the matter of fact is that Bidadari is already attracting in a lot of upgraders down from the District 19 area, your Sengkang, your Punggol, your Hougang, your Upper Serangoon area, drawing in plenty of upgraders. And those upgraders are easily sitting on $300,000-$400,000 profit from their first purchase. And they are looking to, move closer to the city center, a place that is a bit more convenient. And also the Woodlea, Bidadari, Bartley area is also anchored down by some pretty good schools as well. Again, then drawing in a lot of organic and owner-occupier demand. So transformation, no matter how sexy, if there's no owner-occupier demand into that area, the prices will not go up, right? And I'm also going to take this opportunity to share with you guys how basically the money cycle works in Singapore and why it's so important to understand whether an area can attract HDB upgraders. So people always ask me, hey, how profits are made, right? So on the bottom circle, I'm going to try and make sure you all don't get confused, okay? So the bottom circle, right, is HDB, okay? So HDB, the government sells you at a subsidized rate. So you make the money. So this is you buy the HDB from the government subsidized rate. So now you are upgrader and you sell already, you make profits, and you can upgrade to a private condo. But the private condo come from where? The private condo come from the developers over here. The developers buy the land from the government to allow them to kind of subsidize the HDB, right? They subsidize the HDB, and then so you basically yield that money from this side of the circle, and then you come back up to buy the private from the developers, and then that's where the circle sort of flows, right? I hope can understand, and which is why the HDB upgrader is really where the deep pockets are,